British Airways has signalled that the Airbus A380 fleet isn't dead yet, with all of its super jumbos potentially coming back into service. Lufthansa Technik earlier this week revealed that the airline had extended its maintenance contract for all 12 of its aircraft for at least 5 years from August 2022. We've been suspecting that British Airways would bring its fleet of Airbus A380 aircraft back to service for a while now. While no firm plans have been announced, the airline has dropped little hints from the start of the type's grounding, with CEO Sean Doyle even saying that the plane would be back earlier this year. The airline completes a lot of its Airbus A380 maintenance at its London Heathrow home. This is why the airline has been shuffling the fleet back and forth from France and Spain throughout its grounding. However, for the really heavy maintenance, the jets fly to rival airline Lufthansa's maintenance base in Manila in the Philippines. Recently, Lufthansa Technik revealed that British Airways had extended its maintenance contract with the organisation for at least 5 years from August 2022. According to Lufthansa Technik, the agreement contains 12-year checks for the aircraft. At this time, the fleet is aged between 5.47 years and 8.74 years. Commenting on the agreement, British Airways Technical Director Dave Exon said, "Safety is at the heart of everything we do, and we're delighted to extend our existing A380 base maintenance contract with Lufthansa Technik as a result of the continued excellent standard of service provided by Lufthansa Technik Philippines. This agreement ensures that our A380 aircraft have secured slots for the foreseeable future." The news that the maintenance contract has been signed until at least August 2027 is excellent news for the giant aircraft in more ways than one. Firstly, it shows that British Airways believes in the future of the Airbus A380. You could argue that the airline wants to ensure it'll be able to access maintenance for the aircraft just in case, but with airlines retiring the giant left, right and centre, maintenance slots are likely to be far from rare. Instead, it shows that the airline believes it'll continue flying the plane. If there were reasonable doubt about the aircraft returning to service, it wouldn't make sense to lock in such lengthy contracts. Secondly, it shows that the airline is likely planning to bring back its entire fleet of Airbus A380s. In July, IAG said that it would temporarily ground 4 A380s before sending 3 of the birds to Teruel in Spain later in the year. There had been fears that these A380s may not return to service in the event of the airline opting for a smaller fleet. The Lufthansa Technik statement makes it explicitly clear that the agreement covers all 12 aircraft. Of course, it remains unclear exactly when the A380 will return to the skies. It makes sense that British Airways won't fly the jet before it can fill it. As such, we've seen the airline push back the scheduled return to service each month. Cirium schedule data indicates that the A380 could return to the skies on October 31st when the IATA Winter 21-22 schedule kicks in. Flights are initially scheduled to Washington Dulles, Johannesburg, LAX, Miami and San Francisco. Given that 80% of these destinations are in the US, the airline is unlikely to move ahead unless the travel ban is dropped in both directions. While British Airways lists the operating aircraft as the Airbus A380, it would be wise to wait for confirmation before assuming the giant will operate a specific flight. Are you excited to see British Airways commit to the future of the Airbus A380? Let us know what you think and why in the comments down below. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles and a podcast every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go.